Okay, in this video I'm going to go over some of the features of your online textbook. So I'm just using the 6th grade textbook as an example, and hopefully this will be helpful to use because there are a lot of great features, and it would be kind of a waste to not be aware of some of them that could be helpful to you. So I'm going to start by going to page 1. You notice I can just click up here, and that will take me to page 1 of my textbook, and everything in here should match your textbook. If you're using the red textbook, obviously you'll have the red textbook online and so forth. So a couple things to notice. One is this record and practice journal will take you to a printed similar exercises as was on the page there. Okay, so I'll go back. Another thing to notice is that you can click over any of the words, basically the sentences, and if that's helpful to you, it will read the words for you.
Determine whether 37 is prime. Determine whether 37 is prime, because the only fact 1 and 37 are.
So I don't know if that's helpful to you or not, but if it is, you can use that feature. Okay, I'm going to skip ahead to, and you can also navigate through here too. I'm going to skip ahead to page 4. And I want you to notice here that here's some example problems. And so if you click on this little icon here, the play button, this is going to take you to a new window where it's going to have a person explaining step by step how to do this particular problem. It's similar to what's written, but it just adds voice, and it'll show the person kind of doing the math and reading the question and understanding how to break it down and how to solve it. So that's a good feature to be familiar with. I'm going to click ahead a little further. Okay, now here you'll notice that, again, same as your textbook, but if you see these yellow circles here, if you get stuck, you forgot how to do, let's say you forgot how to do this particular type of problem, then you can just click on these yellow circles, and that will jump you back to the section in the textbook that had similar problems where they taught you how to do that. So I'm going to try this, and it's going to take me back to showing the dividing whole numbers with no remainder. So even if you don't have your online textbook, even if you're using the paper textbook, you can still reference those numbers and look back in the section to see similar problems. So I think that's helpful. Also on that page, you have the selected answers here. That will give you, I think, the answers to the odd questions. Obviously, they're in the back of the textbook as well, but if you don't have your online or you don't have your paper textbook, that's where you can find those online. I'm going to skip ahead to page 12 now. Okay, here's some vocabulary words, and you'll notice that even within this paragraph, they've somewhat defined and given some examples of these words, but also if you kind of click over that, that will give you another maybe condensed definition. The base of a power is the repeated factor, so that can kind of be helpful to you if you are reading the sentence and it doesn't, it's not clear to you. Okay, let's skip ahead. Okay, any time that you have a quiz or a test, here's an example of a quiz. You can click on this Check It Out button here, and this is going to take you to a practice quiz. It's not the same questions, but you can answer similar questions, and then when you get to the end, you can click Check Your Work, and it will give you all the answers and show you which ones you got correct and which ones you missed. So that's kind of a helpful feature for studying for quizzes. It has the same thing. I'll take you there real quick. It's also on the tests as well. Here's the Check It Out for this Chapter 1 test. A couple other features that you should be familiar with. Sometimes you will see an icon here. It says Math Tool Paper. So in this case, they were looking at Venn diagrams. And then if you click on the Math Tool Paper, that's going to take you to a paper that has Venn diagrams already written for you. I don't know, maybe you can write your own Venn diagram, but some of the other tools you might find useful to help you that way. And then just one more thing that I'll show you. There's plenty more, but we'll just go over some highlights. Sometimes you'll have another special picture here, or I think it's just a good idea, even if you're flipping through your paper textbook, if you see pictures of things like this, it might be a good idea just to check online to see if it does take you to a link. And this one happens to take you to a STEM video where they're going to talk about, whatever topic that you're currently studying.
I'm so excited to make some pinatas.
It's kind of fun to see and kind of hear it from a different perspective. So anyway, that's another feature. And yeah, as I said, there are others, but I think those are the big ones. Of course, navigation is pretty easy. You can go in the table of contents and flip back and forth to, which topic you want to look at if you want to review some things that you've studied before you just forgot. And then, yeah, I encourage you to explore around and check out the different features and definitely utilize them if you get stuck. This is a great resource to use, and we have it. So I hope that you're able to use it, and I hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching.